The average cold call response rate is between 2% and 5%. Now, when you hear the word 2%, 5%, it sounds very low. If it's this low, why do we bother cold calling in the first place? I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to walk you through into this video 7 things you can do to turn around your cold calls and make them a lot more effective. My name is Iyore. We have trained thousands of salespeople across several countries: Nigeria, Ghana, USA, UAE, Rwanda. I'm an author of several books and resources on sales, and I'm featured on a lot of media platforms to talk about successful selling. I worked in an organization. I was given a target to sell to 20 high net worth individuals. I was able to bring in 21 high net worth individuals to my organization in a single month. I also participated in a sales competition where I won, and I was sent for the World Cup on all expense paid trip. I moved to another organization where I was able to double my portfolio by over 100% in just 11 months. Right now, I'm the CEO for Advantage, and our specialties in sales force management. This means work with the CEOs, with the team leads to help them optimize their sales results and help their sales teams produce results faster and in record time. So let me walk you through cold calling now. Now, when we run our training programs, a lot of times, one of the things that really differentiates us as a company is that we demonstrate live during the training program how to cold call. This means we make available to the participants a directory of real people. We make available to them, we build a script based on the kind of product they sell, based on their type of industry, based on what their vision and mission statements are. And with that, we are able to come up with a powerful speech that they can use to engage prospects over the phone. Now, as we go along doing these role plays and doing these practical sessions, we come across obstacles salespeople face. And I'm going to walk you through some of these obstacles, what they are, and how to get rid of them. So so without even paying for our training program to come on our programs, just listening to me today, you're going to learn a lot on exactly what you need to do. Now, the first thing is this. Now, I hope you know, before I say the first thing, I hope you know that when you begin a sales role, you want to start with people you know. Normally, when you join a sales team, you have a target. We don't expect you to just go and start cold calling. Cold calling should not be the first thing. Now, I know that you can run your day in such a way that you do the first thing and you cold call at the same time. Now, what's the first thing? Start with people you know, your existing contacts. Making sure that everybody who knows you knows where you work, what you do, what you sell. The more people know you and know what you do or what you sell, the more sales you make naturally. So word of mouth is the fastest way to drive home business or to get your message across. There's a saying that your network affects your network, which is so true. Because when people know you and they know you for something, they are most likely drawn to you and they can refer you, and people can take action immediately when they refer or recommend you. So you want to start with people you know and gradually move to cold calling or people you don't know. Of course, hopefully from people you know, you get referrals and you start cold calling. Now, nevertheless, like I said, you can do both at the same time. So this video, from step 1 now, let me tell you what the first step is to be able to cold call, or the mistakes people make when cold calling and to avoid it. Number 1, the wrong thinking. The wrong thinking. Some people don't believe that they can get top clients via cold calls. Can you get every client via cold calls? No. If you get on a cold call, will everybody give you a positive response? No. Will everybody pick your calls? No. Will you find all the prospects that have the resources? No. But can you at least find top clients via cold calls? Yes. Now, I've always done cold calls, and I came to the realization that, see, this cold call thing has come to stay and it's so powerful. I'll tell you when it hits me. I was at the NPR session of one of our clients, and during the NPR session, someone was presenting. This lady hadn't been selling so well, but all of a sudden, her sales grew. When we work with a lot of companies, we work with their sales teams. We get to their offices frequently, have training sessions, follow-up sessions, look at their engagement strategies. They call me on the phone, call our consultants on the phone, and we engage them and help them optimize their results. We'll do that already. Now, there are some cases where some people, maybe 1 or 2 people, they've not caught up with the team. But everybody's growth rate is different. And this lady was one of them. She hadn't just caught up over time. And all of a sudden, things started to change. Her sales just went out to the park. I asked her, I said, what changed? This person you're talking about now that paid billions, where did you get this person from? She said, cold calls. What about this other person? Where did you get this person from? She said, cold calls. In fact, the top selling salesperson in that company, when I asked her, so I said, where did you get this prospect from? She said, cold calls. So my convictions behind finding prospects via cold calls have been deepening over time. The second thing is, number two, you're looking for the right time to call. There's no right time to call. Some people say things like, I don't want to call 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, I don't want to call, it's a Monday. Not every prospect, see, don't box all your prospects. Don't assume that every prospect on a Monday morning, they are in a busy meeting, they are in a meeting. Some people on Monday mornings, that's when they rest. That's when that's even the best time to even reach them. Now, if you have a list of prospects that you're trying to call, and these people are busy executives, of course, automatically that lets you know that Monday mornings will not be the best. But if you don't know the source of this list, you just have names and phone numbers, then there's no right or wrong time. I remember I ran a program for an IT company. When we got to this cold calling session, it was a Saturday. So I said, can we do cold calls now? Some people said, what, on a Saturday? I said, to surprise you, just get on the phone and call. Everybody in that company, except one person, booked 4 meetings each. 4 meetings each. Do you know that out of possibly 200 to 300 calls that were made, barely 10%, maybe 5% said, but it's a Saturday. The rest, they didn't even say anything about Saturday. In fact, they got a lot of people's attention because Saturdays they were at home, they were relaxing. Saturdays they were possibly on the road, maybe to a wedding, and they got on the phone and they booked the meeting. They were able to get meetings. So there's really no right or wrong time to call. Number 3, expecting too. Number 3, expecting too many positive responses. Don't say a cold call is poor because you didn't get the appointment. Remember, the goal of a cold call is not to sell over the phone, it's to get the appointment. So don't conclude and say, I wasted my time, I didn't get the appointment. Every effort you put into the cold call, something happens. It's either something happens to you or something happens in you, but something happens. In all labor, there's profit. When rain falls, is it the moment the evaporation started that the rain fell? No. When we saw the rain, it was a result of the evaporation that happened for weeks, for days. Will we now say that the moment the evaporation happened, all the evaporation was wasted? Or the days the evaporation happened, we didn't see the rain that day? That means that it was wasted? No. Every time the evaporation happens from the sun takes water from the earth's surface into the clouds, it is preparing for the rain. So every day you make your cold calls and it looks like nothing is happening, it's preparing for the close. So don't feel discouraged. Don't say, I've been calling since no responses. Just keep at it. Keep at it. You're expecting too many positive responses. If you call 100 people and 100 people say, yes, come in for the meeting, you may be wanted by the cops. Right? So my point is, that's just a joke anyway. My point is, don't expect that everybody you call should respond positively. You don't need everybody to respond. Just 2 to 5% is okay. Number 4. I'm all sweaty here. Why? Okay. Number 4. No scripts. No scripts. If you don't have a script, cold calls will fail. Now, sometimes we run training programs and we've already designed scripts with participants. And just so you know, how do you design the scripts? We look at the mission statement and the vision statements. The vision statement lets you know the strategy of the company, where you're going to. The mission statement lets you know what your sales pitch should look like. It's in your mission statement. If I say mission statement, I can let you have an idea what your script should look like. So get a cue from your mission statement on what exactly to say, because the mission statement talks about how you're getting to your destination. So sometimes we run training programs and we've already designed the scripts to the participants. After designing the scripts, then we now decide, okay, can we do a role play now? Let's see what it sounds like. All right, let me hear from you. The person will read the scripts. Some other people, when you say, let me hear from you, they'll be trying to say it from their head. They won't even read the scripts. Try to recall it. And I'm like, no. You need to save your mental bandwidth for your tonality. So don't use your efforts when cold calling to try and recall. Use your efforts to manufacture the kind of tone that you require to persuade the prospects. The second thing you want to do is that don't approach lists the same way. Right? If you approach all your lists the same way, you have to tweak your scripts according to your lists. If, for example, you have a list of political individuals, you tweak your script accordingly. If you have a list of medical professionals, you tweak your script accordingly by just simply adding, oh, we help medical professionals, we've done this for medical professionals. You tweak it accordingly. Now, if you don't have the source of that list, you don't know whether they're medical professionals, political individuals, just cold call. You don't have to tweak it accordingly. It's a general list. But don't now make a mistake of allowing a general list, of not tweaking your general list accordingly. And just so you know, somebody says, Iyore, but I don't know, I've not done work with medical professionals. Just as an example, you have a list of medical professionals. I want to say things like, we've done this for our medical professionals. The question is, your company, have you checked your database to be sure that you don't have any medical professionals at all? Is there anybody in your sales team or amongst your colleagues who have done business with medical professionals? Anybody who has done it, you can as well say you have done it because you all work in the same company. Everything somebody else has done, it belongs to the company. And because you're in the company, it belongs to you as well. Especially because you're representing the company. I hope you get the drift and the whole idea. Number 5, you're focusing on the script instead of your tone of voice. Now, I've talked about the importance of the scripts. But if you're focused on the scripts and you're not trying to walk your tone of voice, it won't be persuasive enough. In communication, remember, 7% is your content, what you're saying. 38% is your tone of voice. 55% is body language. If you turn it the other way around, especially because it's a phone call. Now, in communication, that means face-to-face. 7% content, 38% tone of voice, 55% body language. But if you're face-to-face, if you're on the phone with a prospect, it's turned around. Content becomes 14%. Tone of voice becomes 76%. And body language becomes 10%. So if tone of voice is 76% when you're cold calling, man, ladies and gentlemen, your tone of voice changes everything. Your tone of voice is even more important than your scripts. It's just that if you don't have a script, you can't be able to focus enough to manufacture the right tone that will make you persuasive. And there are different kinds of tone: the curious tone, the concerned tone, the excited tone, the authoritative tone. Different kinds of tone of voice you want to use when you're engaging. If you're talking about your company, who you are, what you do, you can use your authoritative tone. If the moment the person says, how did you get my number? Oh, okay, our corporate communications team sent us a list of very influential and important individuals, and your name happened to be on that list. In fact, you're number 7 as I speak to you now. So can I go ahead, sir? You see, that's a curious tone to try and get the prospect to respond to you. Number 6, giving too much information or trying to sell over the phone. If the prospect says, all right, what exactly are you coming to talk about? You want to have a meeting with me, but I need to know why you want to meet with me. What exactly? If you fall for that and end up giving the information, you will never have the meeting. As the person is insisting on telling them, him or her, why you want to come for the meeting, you too insist on letting them know that what you want to do is to show them something. You'd have loved to do it, but you can't do that over the phone. Can you come in for a meeting? Can we do 9 a.m. tomorrow, or do we do Thursday 2 p.m.? You keep asking for the appointments. So don't let anybody put you under pressure. See, not everybody will get on the phone with you and ask you, how did you get my number? You must come and tell me why exactly you want to come. Not everybody would insist on that. Anybody who is insisting on that and you've tried persuading and you can't still get the appointment, at least try. If you still can't get the appointment, it's okay. They may just be among the remaining 95% who will probably not respond. But that will not change the fact that the opportunity is there in that list. The money is in the list, like they say. The money is in the list. You keep checking, you keep calling, you keep pushing and keep finding your way through. It will help your confidence and even help your persuasion as well. The final point, not asking for the appointment repeatedly. If you don't ask for the appointment repeatedly, the cold call will fail. And how do you do that? The moment you hear any objection, how did you get my number? When you're done handling the objection, then ask for the appointment. Oh, sir, so can we do tomorrow 9 a.m. or do it Thursday 2 p.m.? Okay, send me something in my email. I'd love to send something in your email, sir, but our proposals are quite bulky because of kind of number of clients to serve, the kind of things we've done. And that's why I'm hoping that we can just show you what we've done for them. No pressure, sir. You just be the judge. I'll come with my team lead and just walk you through just 3 to 4 minutes. Can we do tomorrow 9 a.m. or do it Thursday 4 p.m.? You just keep at it, asking for the appointment. You find out that when you are engaging a prospect face to face, you'll be so good at asking for the money. All right, so thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe here. If you haven't watched this video, please watch the next video as well. Thanks so much for watching again. I'll talk to you soon.